pillow talk, questions, topics, and I'm really excited because you guys sent in a lot of questions, a lot of juicy questions. I honestly might end up taking this sweater off because I just took one sip of this and I'm already sweating, I'm already hot. This wine is actually pretty strong, like it has a strong taste, so you know, it gets the job done pretty fast, if you know what I mean. I usually sip wine like really fast. I don't know why, I think I have a problem. It's so funny because I feel like all we're doing is just roasting men. I forgot to mention I have wine in a mason jar. All of my wine glasses have broken in my sink. I just don't know how to wash dishes carefully apparently, so wine in a mason jar. Okay, so someone said, I get really bad anxiety when it comes to dating and end up lagging every time. Do you have any tips on how to get over that anxious feeling so I can finally meet someone? Honestly, I kind of feel you on this because it's kind of hard getting back into like the dating scene after you've been in a relationship for such a long time. Whoa. I almost just spilled this. I need to chill out. And then also with, you know, the pandemic and quarantining, it made my social anxiety a lot worse. I feel like there's no way of just not having a first date if you want to meet someone, you know? So you just have to kind of push yourself. It does help a lot to go out a lot more with your friends, go out a lot more by yourself. I think what makes us more nervous is the fact that we think about it as like, oh, I wonder if they're gonna like me. What am I gonna say? And you just like overthink everything. If you talk to them and you feel like you have a good conversation going and they're good at making conversation and they make you laugh or you feel a good vibe, then it probably won't be awkward in person. That makes it a lot easier to go out on a first date versus just jumping into meeting them in person. That makes me really nervous. But at the end of the day, you just have to do it. And you have to go into it thinking, will I like them? They are trying to impress you. They are trying to win you over. Make sure that you feel good within yourself. Wear your hair the way you like. Whatever makes you feel most confident. Wear an outfit that makes you feel good. You just have to really just push yourself. It's like if you don't know how to swim and one of your friends or your parents just like pushes you into the pool so that you learn how to swim even though you're not wearing any life jackets or anything and you just end up surviving somehow. That's what it's like. Mentally, I'm always subconscious about my lower region smelling, even if it doesn't. I think us as women, I think we do overthink that. It's also the fact that over time in movies, in songs, we hear that our vagina has to smell like candy, flowers, taste like water, taste like strawberries, watermelon sugar, which is not true. But men also know that, okay? They're not that dumb. They're not gonna freaking taste or smell like strawberries, okay? We all have a scent down there. It's completely normal. If it really is on your mind, shower right before. Sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. This one says, how to feel confident in lingerie in front of your man. Girl, guys literally do not see the things that you see when you look at yourself in the mirror. They just see the beautiful woman that they fell in love with in sexy ass lingerie. They don't see your insecurities. That's just you. Your man, if he sees you in anything see-through, lacy, it doesn't matter, they're gonna love it. How do you make a guy understand that you're not ready to have sex? If he makes a move and you kind of just, you know, reject it going there even without saying anything. You don't even have to say anything. It's such a huge turn off when a guy is really pushy. You could just let them know, I'm not ready to have sex yet, and they should be 100% okay with that. If they're not and they throw a tantrum like a little baby, you should just cut that person out completely because what the fuck, you're talking to a little boy. It's so sad and unfortunate that a lot of women are too nervous or scared to say that you just don't want to do it. Like, you should be able to just openly be like, hey, I don't want to do that right now. I'm not ready to do that with you. I'm not trying to do that yet. It should be super simple as that. But for some reason, we have to overthink it because a lot of men react weird in those situations. I remember one time I was talking to this one guy, and this was years ago. I remember we were in the back of his car and we were making out. They made a move or tried unbuttoning my pants or something like that. And I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to do anything there in the back of their car, and I didn't feel ready to do anything with him yet. I just kind of like moved back a little bit and I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to do that yet. This dude, it It makes me cringe every time I think about it. But this guy, I was actually really into them also. I really liked them. I just didn't want to do it then and there. I just didn't feel like doing it. I didn't feel ready. They literally looked at me and said, I forgot how they worded it, but they basically told me that it was turning them off and making them not like me, the fact that I didn't want to do that with them yet.
Boy, if you don't...
I looked at this dude sitting there in the back of the car with my mouth open. I was like, you did not just say that to me. What? And I started crying. I started fucking crying in the back of this car because I was like, wow, I really liked you and I did not see you as that type of guy, but you just like showed me what you're literally like. It just blew my mind. I started crying. They ended up feeling bad and apologizing to me, and I was like, just take me home, please. Who cares if they throw a tantrum? That's not your problem. You let them know that you're not ready. And if they understand it, great. If they don't. Someone said, have you ever had times where your sex drive is down bad? A lot of the times being depressed, your sex drive goes down a lot, and that's kind of like the last thing that's on your mind. You just don't get horny. You don't feel the need to do any sort of that stuff. Like, there's a lot more shit going on in your head that you feel like you have to deal with, and the last thing you think about is having sex. That's happened to me plenty of times, like while I've been in relationships. I think it's good to communicate also, because if you're in a relationship and you just kind of don't want to do anything with that person for, I don't even know, however long it is, it's good to communicate to them and let them know, so that way they know that they're not turning you off, or that, you know, you're just not attracted to them or whatever. I think it's good to let them know, you know, my sex drive is just really low right now. Whether you know why it is or not, I think it's good to communicate to them that that's how you're feeling. If you do have sex to just please the other person, you're not going to be into it. It's not gonna be fun for you. At the end of it, you're just gonna feel like you just did all that you really didn't want to do, and it's gonna leave a bad taste in your mouth. It's not gonna be good for your sex life at the end of the day. So it's good to just let them know. Okay, someone asked, do you wax or shave down there? So let me get into the landscaping advice. When I first started removing hair down there, I started shaving. There's nothing wrong with shaving. Shaving is, you know, the cheapest, easiest, most simple way I feel like to get rid of hair down there. Ever since I got a Brazilian wax for the first time, I've never gone back to shaving. Like, seriously, you need to try it out if you haven't. So let me talk about shaving first before I get into that. When you're shaving, you're in the shower, you want to make sure that the water is nice and warm. You don't want to have any goosebumps on your body, because have you ever tried shaving your leg? When you have goosebumps, it's like you're cutting everything. You want to use something that makes it smooth and easy to shave. I like to use conditioner. I don't know why. I've just always, when I would shave with conditioner. This is hard to explain, but like, if you're spreading your legs open, you're like standing in the shower, right? One leg up or whatever you do. I shave the lips like going outward on both sides. When I get to the top, I would shave downward first, and then I would shave to the side, and then I would shave upwards to like fully, you know, get it nice and clean. But the thing with shaving, at least for me, and I know a lot of girls deal with this because razor bumps, razor burn are a thing. There are girls that are just lucky and blessed. They can shave every single day and have it be nice and clean all the time and not deal with any razor bumps or anything like that. I don't know how you do it. I don't know, but us Hispanic girls or girls with like thicker hair, it's not the same. I just spilled wine on my pants. It spilled wine on my pants. Why do I keep shaking this? For me, like, I would, you know, shave completely everything and it would be nice and clean, but then the next day, I would already have like stubble growing back. If you're like me, you cannot shave every single day because you can't shave the stubble because it just hurts. It causes razor bumps. It's just, even if you're exfoliating, even if you're doing everything, using baby oil, whatever hacks you're doing, if you're like me, you just cannot shave every single day. So what I would do is, you know, shave, start letting the hair grow back, and then once it gets like a little bit long, so that when you shave it doesn't hurt and it's also a nice clean shave again. Also, make sure you're exfoliating down there. It helps the hair grow back nicer so you don't have ingrown hairs and stuff like that. What was I gonna say? I was saying something. Fuck. I think drinking wine might have been a bad idea. Don't worry about having it completely bald or just like a clean shave 24/7. That's nearly impossible unless, like I said, you're just one of those girls who's just lucky and like barely grows hair on their body. I don't know. When I was younger, I was more self-conscious about having hair down there, but the older you get, the more you realize that guys really don't give a fuck about that kind of stuff, and it's just you, and whatever you prefer and what you like should be what you do. But now I'm going to talk about waxing, because that's what I do now. I go in, I get a wax, and then I wait 2 days before I start exfoliating. Right now I'm using this one. I got this one because this is what they have at the place where I get waxed. Slow. It is a body polish, an aloe body polish. A lot of the times little exfoliants like this will not do the job. Like, you actually need to go in with like an exfoliating mitt, and I get these are perfect. I love them. They're like little finger mitts. They're exfoliating and clarifying. These are the fur mitts. I love this brand for stuff that has to do with down there. They also have really good serums, like ingrown hair serums, dark spot serums, which I've tried and I love them. I actually think they really do work. I get these mitts at Ulta, or online you could order them, I'm sure. I put a little bit of this on a mitt, you know, scrub all around to make sure I'm exfoliating in circular motions. I feel like a lot of people don't really think to moisturize areas like under your arms or, you know, down there. But it's good to moisturize because it kind of softens up the hair, making it easier for the hair to grow nicely and evenly so you don't have ingrown hairs. I'm using this serum right now. This is a Brightening Ingrown hair serum. It basically is just vitamin C. It's not the best at brightening down there. This is what it looks like. They also sell this at the place where I get my wax done, so I just buy these products there. There's a lot of good serums online. Like I said, the fur ones are really, really good. I'll link items and everything that I mentioned down below in the description box, so don't forget to check that out if you want. For the people that are also asking about lightening serums, or, you know, trying to make it lighter down there, there's this lightening cream that I use that actually really, really works. I've been using it for a while now. I just ran out, but I ordered some more. I'll pop up a picture right here of what it looks like. I ordered it on Amazon. Really good. It works really well. If you use it consistently for a few weeks, you'll really notice the difference. Another thing that I use are these Ingrown hair wipes. They sell a lot of ingrown hair wipes. I've seen some at Ulta. I've tried some from there too that also work great. They do the job. These are little kind of like exfoliating wipes, but they also treat ingrown hairs, bumps, and breakouts. That's what these look like, and I use these a few times during the week. Every time I get out of the shower, I'll just use one all over. And I also saw some questions about what wash I use for down there. I actually used to use Vagisil, but when I went to go get waxed, she actually said that Vagisil wasn't the best thing to use. I don't remember what she said, but she just said she doesn't really recommend Vagisil or Summer's Eve or stuff like that. I'm just going with what she said. She seems to be the professional here, so I'm just going with it. But right now I'm using this one. I also get this at the place where I get waxed. It's an aloe body wash with hair growth minimizer. It helps with your pH balance, keeps everything nice and smooth. It smells nice and fresh. Let's move on to the next question. Where is the craziest place you have done the nasty? Yeah, we're really getting sweating. I'm hot. I've done it in quite a few places. Mom, don't watch this video. If any of my family is watching this video, please just exit off. Like, why are you here? I'm sorry, but this is not a video that you should be watching. I've done it in a pool. I've done it in a hot tub. I feel like that's not too crazy. I've done it at a playground. I think that might be the craziest place. I'm down for a lot of things. Someone asked, is it normal to not feel comfortable with your man watching porn? That is 100% normal. It just depends on your relationship. Every relationship is different. Every person is different. Some people care about that kind of stuff and some people don't. And if it does bother you, it is something that you should communicate to your partner and let them know that you're not okay with that. I don't watch that kind of stuff really when I'm in a relationship because it just doesn't fulfill anything for me. I don't know. I think that men are more visual versus women are more physically like turned on, which is why dick pics really don't do anything for us at all, versus when you send like a photo of your nipple to a guy, they're like freaking out about it. But it is 100% normal to feel that way, and if they're telling you that it's not normal
and that it's fine and that you shouldn't be worried about it and that it shouldn't bother you because they're not doing anything with anyone, they're just watching something,
your feelings are valid. If you feel uncomfortable with it, that's what you feel, and if you're not okay with it, they should respect that. as your partner. Someone said, how do you tell your man that he's not making you come? There are men that do not give a crap about making you come or making you feel good. All they care about is making themselves feel good. I think you should be comfortable enough to bring it up though. I feel like communication is the main thing when it comes to things like this in a relationship, because it's not good to just hold it in and keep it to yourself, and then your sex life is just gonna go downhill because you don't want to let them know that it's just not, it's not doing it for you. Bro, I'm feeling this. I think I need to chill out a little bit. Or if you don't want to blatantly say that, let them know that you want to try new things. Try different positions and just kind of try to figure out what feels best for you. How do you tell your man you want your eaten but without having to say it? Honestly, I think the only way to do it is to just blatantly tell them. Because how many times has a guy came to you and said, can you give me head? Or just told you like while you guys are having sex, like,
suck me, dude.
or they just freaking put it in front of your face. That's what you need to do. You just need to put it in front of their face. I feel like guys are really open and always say what they want, so we should just be doing the same thing. Someone said, I keep returning with my ex because sex is that good. No. No. I understand the feeling. Trust me. I get it. Been there. But it's not good. You know in your head that it's not good. That's why you're telling me this right now. And that's why you put a little crying face, because you know that you shouldn't be doing that, bitch. There are other people that are gonna be as good, if not better. It's not good for you. It's not good for them. It's not healthy. It's not gonna help you move on. I'm sure you already know that. A lot of people are also asking about my first time experience or tips. First time is always kind of nerve-wracking. You hear so many different things about losing your virginity. Fortunately for me, my very first time was actually a very good experience. And I feel like a lot of girls have a bad experience because they're not fully 100% ready or comfortable with the person that they lose their virginity to. Especially if you're young, a lot of the times you might feel pressured into it. I actually lost my virginity to my first boyfriend. We had been dating for around like 9 months at the time. I was 16 years old. I went over to their house. It was in their bedroom. We were home alone. He made me feel really, really comfortable. I was already super comfortable with him because, like I said, we had been dating for 9 months. I was in love with him. He never pressured me to do anything. He made it more about me than about him. He was very gentle. He set the mood. I was ready. I was comfortable. It actually wasn't painful, or I didn't freaking bleed or cry or anything like that. So like I said, tips: make sure you're really comfortable with the person, make sure you want to do it, and make sure you're not doing it just because they want to do it or because they're pressuring you or because you're just in the moment and you're too scared to say no. Make sure that you are sober and fully conscious about what you are doing. I remember before doing it, I read a lot of stuff about losing your virginity. I read some horror stories that made me super nervous and made me just really overthink everything. And then when I did it, I was like, oh, what? People make it seem like it's insanely painful and that you're just gonna like bleed out everywhere. If you just make sure that you're relaxed and comfortable and want to do it, it should be a good time. That's all I'm gonna say. Someone asked, how do you get your armpits to be so light? Stop shaving your armpits. At least wax your underarms. It's really easy. You can buy a wax yourself and do it yourself. Make sure you exfoliate also. This is the wax that I use for under my arms. It's the Bliss Poetic Wax. I ordered this online from Target. It doesn't leave any like bumps or irritation or anything. Super easy. You don't even need strips or anything. You just slather it on there, wait for it to like, you know, dry a little bit, and you just... I stopped shaving my underarms like, I don't even know how long ago. Like I've been waxing for so long now, but this is what my armpits look like. There might be a little bit of hairs there. I waxed a little bit ago, but they look pretty good. I'm pretty sure they sell like lightening creams and stuff for under your arms as well. Someone said holding your fart in during doggy style. What? You better hold it in, sis. There's a lot of questions about feeling, you know, uncomfortable if it's not like a super clean shave all the time and them going down on you. Like I said, it's not realistic to have it be bald down there at 100% of the time, especially with waxing. Like waxing does slow down your hair growth a lot. It, you know, helps it stay nice and smooth and bald for a longer period of time. But at the end of the day, you gotta have your hair grow back so that you can go back and get it waxed again. So at some point point during the month, your hair starts growing back. There's nothing you can do about it because you're not supposed to shave in between waxes. I think that it's just us. We overthink, we get in our head a lot, we get uncomfortable when it comes to the person that we're doing it with going down on us. We want to make sure we smell like flowers. We want to make sure we're completely bald. It's just not realistic. Guys don't smell like flowers. They're not always 100% shaved. Having a lot of hair down there, like a whole ass jungle situation, it might be a little uncomfortable to have them go down on you. But if you have a little bit of hair, you know, as long as you're like trimmed, it really shouldn't be a problem at all. I'm having trouble like making direct eye contact with you guys. I don't even know, can I walk in a straight line right now? Favorite sex position. Eyeball emoji, eyeball emoji, eyeball emoji. My favorite sex position is missionary. Actually, it depends. I like missionary with the person that I'm in a relationship with, because if we have that like, that connection, that passion, you're close, you're facing face to face, I don't know. I think that's why I like it. It just feels more intimate and more passionate, but there's a lot of other positions that are great also. Have you ever tried BDSM? Have you ever tried a threesome or would consider one? I've never tried BDSM. I've also never had a threesome, but I think it's always good to try new things. I wouldn't be opposed to things. You never know what you like until you try it, you know? Why not? Any tips and tricks on how to get the kitty tasting good? There are obviously vitamins that you can take. There are things that you can do to make sure that your pH is balanced. Make sure you drink a lot of water. Also, the things that you eat, the things that you put into your body have a lot to do with, you know, how you're gonna taste down there. So I have these are feminine balance complex for women, dietary supplements. These keep your pH balanced. They help you to not get infections, yeast infections, stuff like that. This is what they look like. I'll have these linked down below also. Don't expect it to taste like the rainbow, okay? This is not fucking Skittles, it's a vagina. Have you ever experienced an orgasm? If yes, do you know any tricks to achieve one? Okay, listen here. Sex and vibrators. You need to go to Adam and Eve right now, use one of the many fucking discounts out there that there is and get 50% off and get yourself some sort of toy. If you've never experienced with toys, you need to do that. Whether it's by yourself, whether you're in a relationship, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you have sex with your partner and they're just not really, you know, getting the job done, try using a vibrator at the same time. Go in your favorite sex position where you feel like, you know, it's hitting the spot, and use the vibrator at the same time. Bro. Okay, last question that a lot of people were asking, what to do when you're on top, or like tips and tricks on what to do when you're on top. Guys get very turned on when they see that you are having a great time. At least most guys. Just don't even focus on what you look like, what they're thinking, what they look like. Just do your own thing. Whatever feels good to you. When you're on top, it means that you are in control. If you want to, you know, be a little sexy, touch yourself. The girls, while you're, you know, writing, obviously you could like, not me fucking actually performing this right now. You could do it like this, where you're fully like on them, going back and forth. You could do it where you're on your actual feet and you go up and down. Megan means it's your time to shine. It's your time to make yourself feel good. I think I'm drunk. I honestly think that I'm drunk and I've been filming for a while. So that's gonna be my last question. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for submitting your questions or topics. Products that I mentioned or anything will be down below in the description box. Check it out if you guys want. Social media, Instagram and Snapchat will be down below in the description box. I'll see you in my next video.